Hey folks, Johnny Mitchell back. We got another treat for you today. We're doing a stuffed zucchini. We're going to keep it vegetarian today, but you could use any type of meat in this if you wanted to. Go down to AM Farms there at the farmer's market on Saturday and get some sausage or ground beef, and you could put it in this dish. Just follow the recipe and just add that meat to it. But for me today, I want to keep it vegetarian. We'll be using some cheese. We could take it out and actually just make it completely vegan, but we want some type of binder and cheesy deliciousness, so that's what we're going to do today. So what do you do with these big old zucchinis? I know people are afraid to buy them. Don't be afraid to buy them. They're great. You can shred them down and make zucchini bread. So you can get your recipe for that, or we might give you one day. But what I've done today is I've taken it and cut them in half, and then I take a bread knife and I just slice down the back side of it so it sits flat. All right, and then I take it out and take out the insides with a spoon. It comes out very easily, and we're actually going to use this in our sauce. Don't discard it. It does have seeds and everything, but remember, we'll eat seeds, right? You know, with other kinds of, sesame seed or whatever. Take these and save them, squeeze out the water, and use it in your sauce. It adds texture and fiber to the dish. So what we're going to do is we've got a hot pan over here. We're going to put a little olive oil. We've got onion, red bells, and yellow squash. We'll dice them down to medium to small. And we're going to start sauteing that. You're doing a double cook on this. You'll be popping it in the oven here in a minute. So what we're going to do is let that cook for just a minute. You could use different flavor profiles on this. People use fusion as a word in food. That's kind of hard. What we like to do is think about just melding the cultures together. So you could take some chorizo sausage if you wanted to and kind of kick it up into a Mexican or Central American flavor profile. Or what we can do like we're doing today, we're making it more Italian. So we've got our pulp that we're going to put in here in just a minute. We've got a marinara. And this marinara is simple to make. Don't be afraid of making sauces and everything. So San Marzano tomatoes is a great tomato that purees down great for sauce. Then you take salt, pepper, garlic, basil, oregano, and that's pretty well it. Taste it. You can add cheese to it, add some powdered Parmesan, whatever you want to do in your sauce. Also in this dish, we've got homemade breadcrumbs. Don't go to the store and buy breadcrumbs. Take some good old bread that you have left over. Say, matter of fact, this one come from that foreign chick. So at the farmer's market, find a baker down there, get some bread. We bought some from Yana. We took it and loved it. We had a piece I just found in there that was a couple of days old. So I made breadcrumbs out of it. And the way we did that is I first started with the croutons. We cut it into a bite-sized crouton. Add a little bit of olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic, and a little bit of oregano. Toast it in the oven until it's done. Then when they cool down, we just put it in the food processor. Now I got breadcrumbs. So we see that's already cooking down a little bit. We're going to add in the zucchini. Now I'm going to add in 2 cups of the marinara that I made. I'm going to reduce the heat slightly. On a real hot pan, just keep stirring it so it doesn't scorch. And now we want to just reduce it down. We're going to add our breadcrumbs and our garlic at this stage. Be careful putting your garlic in too early. It has a lot of sugar in it, and we don't want it to burn. turns really bitter after that. Those beautiful breadcrumbs. Don't look at breadcrumbs as a filler, look at it as a binder. It's delicious, adds another layer of flavor. And when you're cooking, pro tip, don't add just all your spices in at one time. You know, the breadcrumbs are seasoned, my marinara is seasoned, my stuffing is going to be seasoned. So do that just a little bit each time and layer that flavor and layer those spices in there. Nice and thick already. So now we've got a little oregano, a little basil. It's about a teaspoon, roughly a teaspoon each. I'm going to do the same thing with salt and pepper. I'm adding about a teaspoon to that, folks. Wait till it's all incorporated. This sauce is getting close. We're going to go ahead and kill the heat. Put it over on this cooler side. I really want y'all to try this at home. If you wanted to add sausage, and Italian sausage would be great. I might just make y'all some Italian sausage from scratch, and I'll show you. I'll get the pork from AM Farms and we'll grind it ourselves and show you the different flavor profiles you can do with that. So you would cook that sausage first, or the ground beef, if you want to do that, and then add the vegetables to it just in the order that we did this. So now we got mozzarella. That's about a cup. Shredded but not packed. See how it's sticking out? No, really nice. Sticking up good. We're going to take about a half a cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. You could use different cheeses. You could kind of keep it more American and use cheddar if you want. Use what you like. See all that cheesy goodness? We're going to take our zucchini squash, put a little olive oil down on the bottom, just so it doesn't stick. I'm going to rub the top of it with olive oil. We're going to use a little J&S smokehouse rub. Again, another layer of flavor. You can find our rub at the farmer's market. You can call Jill and we'll meet you down here. You can also get it at Ace Hardware over on West End. And you can also get it from Olive Tree and Vine. They carry our sauces and our rubs. Take it. Look at that good old cheese, that mozzarella there. Wonderful. You might have a little bit of this left over, because, you know, depending on how it hollows out. Save it, use it on pasta, anything you want. Now this is going to go in the oven about 400 degrees, not about, 400 degrees for 25 minutes. And for the magic of television, we have already got one that just got done cooking. stuffed zucchini with squashes and cheese. Thanks so much. See you next week. Slice it and enjoy.